I am in a safe place. Thank you so much for answering. Um, my name is Aaron Fanning. I've spoken with you guys repeatedly, actually, about my situation. My last time calling was going to be April 10th. Um, is that reflecting in your guys' records there? Is that pulling me up?
I haven't looked, but you can proceed with the reason for your call for today.
Well, I needed to follow up some more. This originated. My calls originated in what happened. I just gotten trafficked out into Sonoma County from Colorado, and then I was in an explosion. I tried to report with local law enforcement, and I had to contact you guys because of the treatment I was receiving. Last time I talked to you guys on April 10th, we reaffirmed that you guys had contacted law enforcement to notify them that there was concerns. And the problem is that it's still ongoing. I wanted to let you guys know that actively now there is an internal affairs investigation with Santa Rosa PD in regards to Detective Albini facilitating and enabling a criminal enterprise that's known to human traffic that the year before my reporting caused a death on a different facility. So I needed to kind of follow up with you guys because they're still really, really playing with me. And I've had to flee and I'm trying to survive in the desert in Nevada because they've obstructed all reporting. That's why Internal Affairs has gotten involved, because the independent police auditor that they hired came to the realization after him dealing with me for 2 months that no, indeed, this definitely needs to get reported, that they're not going to conceal it. So they're enabling and endangering a lot more people. Dennis Hunter is known to hire a flock of illegals who unfortunately are put in very, very dangerous situations. Detective Albini has been fiscally benefiting for concealing and enabling that trafficking. So what I need to do is, because they're playing with my Social Security, they've been trying to claim that I'm actually in California. Actually, while I've been able to document where I am, I did need to get my report number from you guys because I'm dealing with the Social Security Administration in regards to this, because part of what happened to me when I was trafficked, as I initially reported, is nearly 110,000 pounds was defrauded in my name through metric and state records of weed. So I'm in a really dangerous situation. The reason they're concealing this stuff for Dennis Hunter is the entity that he's involved with, Canacraft, is the largest tax generating entity in the county. So they have a lot of cause to not want him to get in trouble, or that entity to have any legal concerns or issues, because it basically props up the county. So I really appreciate it. I apologize. I don't mean for any tone of upset deflecting your guys' way. You guys have been very kind to me, But yeah, they knowingly, while I was in Santa Cruz, I incurred 10 months of continual terroristic threats against my life, telling me that they had been stalking me for years or whatever. I made it to Santa Cruz. I reported there September 4th. September 8th and September 10th, the threats escalate, now demanding I either kill myself or I better be ready to be in prison for the rest of my life with a dick in my ass. So I fled to Nevada. And since then, there's been ungodly amount of false reporting against me and trying to make allegations that I'm in the state doing all this other stuff, doing anything but assuring that myself and actually the public at large are safe. What that Internal Affairs, which they won't even give me the Internal Affairs number because they know it's bad and they can't do that. It documents the fact that Albini, I had been acting as a confidential informant for him for over a month when the threats start, when he tells me to go fuck myself. It also documents that he was allegedly he was investigating on the behalf of multiple law enforcement agencies for RICO case and a racketeering case and organized crime case against these guys. Problem is he's one of the people. His parents happen to live next door to Nathan Kern, which is Dennis's partner. So I'm like, I've been in a lot of danger. Just able to document it finally through, like I said, internal affairs, because their independent police auditor, while we were engaging inappropriately and again violating my victims' rights because nothing was getting of record, I happened to look into them a little bit and found their contracting's worthless because they're not even appropriately registered with the state. They used a fraudulent, unserviceable address, so all the municipal contracts with that firm are worthless. So they literally just appointed me, instead of having me deal with their internal affairs or the police department, they sent me to a lawyer that they retained to try to mitigate this and keep it off record. So, and part of that exchange that's a document with SRPD now also documents that he knew of other trafficked parties living on properties and willfully, knowingly tried to disregard it and ignore that they were there. Like, it's dangerous. So I appreciate your time, but I do need to get that the identifier associated with my prior calls.
It's going to be
916. I really appreciate you, but yeah, it's been really bad because of Albini's position. We document that Detective Ramirez of Santa Cruz Sheriff's Department, because they finally took copy of those threats. They claim that they don't have them actually physically of record, that of their record and registry, it reflects that they had sent the case back, because I got the other threats when I was in Santa Cruz, but they sent it back to Santa Rosa to be handled because the threats started there originally. And then I talked to Sergeant Nogles, who's in the recorded call, which is what kicked off this internal affairs because we got into it. He told me that he's not going to take a report. They have no record of it. And to him, because someone's demanding that I pay them either $10,000 or they kill my mom, that they consider that to be a scam and he's not going to document it. So, yeah, so just, I know that you guys don't have a lot of legal powers or nothing like that, but I thought it was important for you guys to know, because Sonoma County is not that very large with the number of black market enabled large scale groups. And I'm talking like Dennis on the regular at some of his facilities that are documented in that internal affairs will have, I'm not joking, no less than 80 undocumented employees working in super dangerous situations on illegal facilities. And again, Sonoma, knowingly, and it's part of that internal affairs, when one of the parties that was from Costa Rica died because of vehicle rollover on a property, CHP came out, saw all these illegal grows, so they tried to send the county out. County put Nathan Kern into civil litigation, sued him for $5 million. The $5 million was for obstructing access to code enforcement. They did nothing about the death there. They had no concerns, and he locked them out for 4 months so that he could finish off his grow and harvest it and you know what I'm saying? And move all of that product, because he happens to live right next door to where Detective Albini grew up. They successfully sued him for $500,000, like I said, and that was the year before. So that's why it was a huge deal when I was asking for workman's comp, at least, since they already owed me all my wages, to cover the $180,000 medical bill, which Dennis Hunter, his cousin Ryan Long, works with the city. He does city outreach for civics projects. He somehow, along with county workers, facilitated and had Medicare pay for it, even though I don't qualify for Medi-Cal. Like, that's why I had the bill. Medi-Cal, I don't technically qualify. Somehow they had the county eat it and cover it through Medi-Cal. Not sure how. But yeah, it's a pretty dangerous situation. So I wanted to just update you guys because there's hundreds of migrants up there, and I don't have anything against any human being. And honestly, like the position and work that they've gotten into because that industry is beat down so bad, like these people started an industry where they were used to getting, $4,000 or $5,000 a pound. They're trying to black market out to the East Coast for literally like $100 to $150 a pound. So that went from trimmers being able to make somewhat of a livable wage. They have these people boxed in the nastiest, like, I mean, tin cans. They have them in containers. They'll have like 20 dudes deep in a container, and they'll be trimming and trying to earn like $30 for a finished pound, which takes 3-4 hours. It's crazy. So it's just dangerous, and there's a lot of people at risk up there. I appreciate your time.
No problem at all. Thanks for calling in. Have a good night.
Yes, ma'am.